Welcome to Norfolk Perspectives. I'm Bob Batcher, and I've got Jake Hutchings with me, who is going to be talking about a job fair coming up that you're going to want to know about and maybe even participate. So, Jake, you're director of CivilianJobs.com.
I am.
What does that mean?
CivilianJobs.com is an organization that connects corporate America with veterans that are transitioning into corporate jobs. We have three distinct different opportunities for veterans on our website. One is a job board. It's a lot like Monster.com, but solely for veterans, where companies go on there and post jobs and also search for veteran resumes all across the country. We also have Military Transition News, which is a newspaper that goes out to every military installation on the planet, in which companies say, hey, I'm hiring. I want you when you're done. Come find me. And then we also hold these job fairs all across the country. And I'm here to talk to you about July 23rd at the Ted Conson Center, so we get some great veteran turnout.
So what are you hoping to accomplish on July 23rd?
We have a series of companies, about 45 organizations from all across the country, not just here locally in Hampton Roads, but from all across the country that are bringing around 300 jobs to the Hampton Roads area to attract solely veterans and their spouses. The word's out. A veteran hire is a good hire.
It is.
And we want to make sure that we get as many veterans out there to meet these great organizations so we can get them hooked up together.
Cool. Well, okay,
Yeah.
now let's sit back, talk a little bit to the veteran.
Okay.
Who has just served his country for anywhere from what, 4 to 20 some years?
Sure, absolutely.
What's your first word of advice to them?
That's a great one. Have an elevator speech ready.
Okay.
Really, that's the most important thing. That first 20 seconds of any time you shake somebody's hand, what did you do in the service and how does it help me? Okay. Corporate America is a great place, but they're looking for people that can help. They don't just pity hire. Okay. We don't want pity hires as a veteran myself. It's about explaining those fantastic skills and traits that you received in the military and how it translates to their business. So
Okay.
we always work with the veterans on that elevator speech.
So in pre-tape,
Yeah.
I gathered from you that you spent your entire career in the Army walking.
I did.
Okay. How does that prepare you for a job in the civilian world?
Yeah, it's a great example, right? That's the challenge. And I went to a small school in Worcester, Massachusetts. I had a political science degree, and I wasn't in law. What is that good for?
Right.
I spent 15 months in Iraq, and I transitioned out during the Great Recession, and I was looking for work.
Yeah.
What's the elevator speech, right? We talked about leadership. We talk about on time. Talk about the right uniform. All of those things that a veteran takes for granted, right? We talked about this earlier too. And if you're on time, you're late. On time is 10 minutes early. That's instilled in us. We can't help it. A veteran still get up at 6:30 in the morning just because they do. Corporate America looks for those traits. Not even just
Because that's a discipline and character.
exactly right. Clock punchers, right? We don't quit till the job's complete. It's not because it's 5 o'clock. There's still work to be done.
Right.
It's instilled. An adaptability too, something else we were talking about earlier. If something breaks in a manufacturing floor and you have to order that part, and it takes 2 weeks to order that part, how long is that conveyor belt down? 2 weeks, right? It doesn't happen under the polar ice cap when these great sailors are out there in their submarines. They have to make things happen. They have to figure out a way to adapt and overcome. Those traits and those skill sets are really what the veterans bring to corporate America.
But now, do you find that most vets kind of take that for granted and therefore don't talk about it, right?
Well, what have we been conditioned to conditions are maybe the wrong word, but you don't talk about your experiences that much when you're in the military.
Right.
It's something we do. We serve. We're proud to serve. We don't brag. You're not supposed to be braggadocious about what you've done either in Iraq or Afghanistan or out at sea. It's what happened. I did the right thing. I served honorably. The difference is corporate America wants to hear all that stuff. They want to know about those skill sets. They want to get they want to get that you're excited about that transition. So breaking the veteran of that, hey, it's okay to be a little bit braggadocious, is one of the things that we work on a lot.
I'll never forget one time walking on the boardwalk over at Virginia Beach, and I ran into 2 young Marines. And we got talking. I mean, literally, they were young. I mean, they were fresh out of boot camp. And I forgot how, but it came up, they showed us their driver's license from Massachusetts, by the way.
Okay.
Hair down the middle of the back, totally different kind of character than they were just within a matter of 6 months with the Marine Corps. That's an important divide between, a lot of us haven't been through that kind of retraining either.
Here's the thing that's so unique about the military. Since September 11th, every veteran that signed up has signed up in a time of war voluntarily. Everyone, including those young Marines from Massachusetts with the long hair, said, hey, you know what? Our country's in a time of war. I'm signing up. I'm excited about this. I want to serve my
It's an
country.
example of dedication
That's
from
it.
the word go.
From the word go. Coupled with that, you know, the military is also a unique place in that it's a guy from Kansas, it's a guy from the Pacific Northwest, and it's a guy from Florida that all have to watch each other's backs from all different diversities, from all different backgrounds, and adapting and being able to come to that community and build that mission together is really something that's not easy to just find out there on the street. It's that ability to connect with others and come together for a common goal that corporate America really looks for.
Honor and country,
That's
leave
right.
no man behind.
That's right.
All of that, and that's embedded into the fiber of a vet, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I remember after the congresswoman was shot, and her husband, who was the astronaut, had the challenge: does he go up for the last mission or not?
Yeah.
And we had a discussion in the office, and the young guys were saying, no, he ought to be home with his wife. And I was thinking, being the son of a Marine, it was a no-brainer for me. You serve your country. You go up on the mission.
Yeah.
That kind of dedication?
Yeah, those are always struggles that every veteran has, right? The balance between home and family, and that's what that transition into corporate America is so fun for that veteran is.
Because there could be a 9-to-5 job out there.
There's a possibility that I'll be home for dinner every
You're
night.
speaking to the spouses
Yeah,
now,
that's right. Yeah, that's
okay,
right.
what is the flip side for a veteran to kind of go and get into the corporate world now? What do you see as the difference?
Well, the secret's out, which is the best part, Bob, is that actually I think you said it to me. A veteran hire is a good hire, and corporate America knows that, and they're out there seeking these young men and women that are transitioning out of the military because of all the things we just talked about. So Iraqi freedom veterans and the enduring freedom veterans have a really different perspective than the Vietnam veteran. Corporate America is looking for you, and they want to capitalize on those great skill sets you have. So it's a good time to be a veteran, and it's even a better time to hire one.
Okay, so you got July 23rd of the TED.
Yes.
What does the veteran need to, or his spouse?
Yes,
or family?
or the spouse. Absolutely. We know that there's a command team, right? Every veteran has a great spouse that does that road that the road that they hoe is just as large.
Right.
Right.
So what should they bring on the 23rd?
We want you to have 10 to 15 copies of your resume at a minimum, and dress for success, and have that elevator speech ready. That's the key.
Awesome. Something tells me you have it ready all the time.
I try to. Well, because I want to make sure we get the word out. You know, I run into somebody on the street and says, "What do you do?" Well, I help veterans find a job. I mean, it's great.
Well, I want to thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
And thank you for having that elevator speech, because I think that is really a good lesson
Yeah.
to learn. I tell you what, I wish I had an elevator speech for a sofa full of lifeguards. We're going to find hang
Good
around.
luck.
Hey, hang around and see how that goes. Come back to a sofa full of lifeguards. That's all I can say.